Dear students, we are in MOIVRE'S theorem chapter. We are the end of this chapter. So this is the end of the video lecture of this chapter. So in this chapter we are going to learn exercise 2B third bit problems. We may get 7 marks question in intermediate public examination. Okay, sometimes they are asking questions from this exercise also. So most frequently they are asking 7 marks question from 2A, but sometimes they are asking from this chapter, this exercise also. Okay, so listen carefully and solve the problems. First problem of third bit: if 1 alpha alpha square alpha cube so on alpha power n minus 1 be the nth root of unity, then prove that 1 power p plus alpha power p plus alpha square whole power p plus alpha cube whole power p plus so on alpha power n minus 1 whole power p is equals to 0 if p not equals to kn. P not equals to kn, then the answer is 0. If p is it is equal to n if p is equal to kn, where p, k belongs to natural numbers. P is natural number and k is also natural number, right? So it is given that 1 omega square, like 1 omega square omega power n minus 1 are the nth roots of unity, where omega is equal to cos 2 pi by n plus I sin 2 pi by n. Already we have learned. So here at the place of omega we have alpha square alpha cube so on alpha power n minus 1 are the nth roots of unity. Okay, so then clearly alpha power n, which is equal to cos 2 pi by n plus I sin 2 pi by n whole to the power of n. Okay, so already we have proved that when in the concepts of nth roots of unity, we taken omega is equal to cos 2 pi by n plus I sin 2 pi by n, right? So omega power n, that means alpha power n is equal to this one. So apply MOIVRE'S theorem, we will get cos 2 pi by n into n, that is cos 2 pi plus I sin 2 pi, which is equal to 1. So therefore alpha to the power of n is equal to 1. Remember it. Now first case, if p not equals to kn, okay, so then left hand side, that is 1 power p plus alpha power p plus alpha square power p plus so on alpha power n minus 1 power p. Okay, so in geometric progression, okay, so here if ar square so on nth term of gp is ar power n minus 1. Okay, so sum of the n terms of gp formula is a into 1 minus r power n by 1 minus r. Okay, where r not equals to 1 here. So this is the formula which we have learned in 10th class. Okay, they did not mention the sum of the geometric progression, but this is the formula. Note this: a plus ar square plus so on ar power n minus 1 is equal to a into 1 minus r power n by 1 minus r, which is given in mathematical induction of first year A paper. Okay, right. So here this is in geometric progression where a is equal first term 1 power p, that is 1, and common ratio, that is second term by first term, that is alpha power p, and number of terms. How many number of terms? Here we have n number of terms, 1 alpha, n roots, right? So these are n roots, therefore n number of terms are there. So what is the sum? Sum is equals to a into, here a means 1 into 1 minus r power n, 1 minus r alpha power p whole power n by 1 minus r alpha power p. right? Next, here 1 minus alpha power p whole power n can be written as alpha power n whole power p by 1 minus alpha power p, okay, where p not equals to kn, right? Here alpha power n value is how much? Alpha power n value is 1, so that means 1 minus 1 power p by 1 minus alpha power p. This is 1 minus 1 by 1 minus alpha power p, so that is 1 minus 1 value is 0. So if p not equals to kn, then the sum becomes 0, okay? So this is first case. Next, second case, if p is equals to kn, then substitute, take left hand side part, 1 power p means kn plus alpha power kn, alpha square power kn plus so on, alpha to the power of n minus 1 power p means kn, okay? So this can be written as 1 plus alpha power n whole power k, alpha power n whole power 2k plus so on, plus alpha power n whole power n minus 1 into k. So n can be written right here 2 into k, 2k, like that, okay? Alpha power n whole power k means n into k, nk, n into 2k, 2kn, like that, okay? So we have alpha power n value is 1, so 1 plus 1 power k plus 1 power 2k so on, plus 1 power n minus 1 into k, which is equal to 1 plus 1 plus so on 1. How many times? N times. So 1 repeated n times means 1 plus 1 is 2 times. If it is repeated 2 times, the answer is 2. 1 plus 1, 3. If 1 repeated 3 times means answer is 3. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus so on 1 means it repeated n times, therefore the answer is n, which is equal to right hand side, okay? So this is the problem. Next, second problem, prove that the sum of the 99th powers of the roots of the equation x power 7 minus 1 is equal to 0 is 0. 99th powers of the roots of the equation is 0, and hence deduce that the roots, so from that we have to find the roots of this equation also, okay? Listen carefully. So what is the given equation? Is x power 7 minus 1 is equal to 0. This implies x power 7 is equal to 1, x is equal to 1 power 1 by 7, 1 can be, so the roots are 6, 2, k pi by 7, where k is equal to 0, 1, 2, so on 6. So already we have proved the roots of the nth roots of unity. The nth roots of unity formula is 6, 2k pi by n, where k is equal to 0, 1, 2, so on n minus 1. Okay, so this is equal to rk plus 1, 6, 2k pi by n. Already we have proved in previous videos, so go through those videos. So 7th root of unity means we will get 7 in denominator, right? Now nth roots of unity are 1 alpha square so on alpha power n minus 1. So here 7th roots of unity means let 1 alpha square alpha cube so on alpha cube, alpha power 4, alpha power 5, alpha power 6. These are the 7 roots of 7th root of unity with alpha is equals to what? Where alpha is equal to what? 6 pi by 7, k is equal to 1 means, okay, like that. So with R 6, 7, 7th roots of unity, 7th roots of unity with alpha power 7 is equal to 1. Alpha power 7 is equal to how much? 1. Okay, so if we substitute as let alpha is the root of this equation, right, then alpha power 7 minus 1 is equal to 0, then alpha power 7 is equal to 1. Otherwise, in the previous video, in the previous problem, 1 alpha square, so 1 alpha power n minus 1 are the nth roots of unity, then alpha power n is equal to how much? 1. So like that, so here 7th roots of unity means alpha power 7 is equal to 1. Now what is the question? Prove the sum of the 99th powers of the roots of this equation. These are the roots of this equation. Now 99th power, apply 99th power means apply 99th power and sum it. Sum of the 99th powers of the zeros. So apply power 99 and sum it. Alpha power 99, alpha square power 99, alpha cube power 99, alpha power 4 power 99, alpha power 5 power 99 and alpha power 6 power 99. These are the 7 terms which are in geometric progression with the first term. First term is 1 power 99 1 and common ratio alpha power 99, right, and number of terms are 7. So then sum of the in terms of GP is A into 1 minus R power n minus R 1 minus R power n by 1 minus R. Okay, so which is equal to A. What is A? 1 into 1 minus R power n. What is R here? Common ratio alpha power 99 power n. N means 7 by 1 minus R. That is alpha power 99, or it is can be written as alpha also, means alpha power 99 value. Alpha power 7 is 1, right? Then alpha power 99 is alpha. Okay, so which is 1 minus a power m whole power n can be written as a power n whole power m. That is alpha power 7 power 99 by 1 minus alpha or alpha power 99. So alpha power 7 value how much? 1. So 1 minus 1 power 99 by 1 minus alpha. So 1 minus 1 value is 0. Okay, 0 by something 0. So therefore first statement completed. Sum of the 99th powers of the zeros, the roots of the equation x power 7 minus 1 is the sum is 0. So this statement proved, and hence deduce the roots of this. Okay, so we should find the roots of that equation. Now I am using synthetic division method. So here 1 is the root, clearly 1 is the root of the equation, right? So x power 7 minus 1 can be written as the coefficient of x power 7 is 1. There is no x power 6 coefficient 0, x power 5 coefficient 0, x power 4 coefficient 0, x power 3 coefficient 0, x square coefficient 0, x coefficient 0. Finally constant is minus 1. Okay, so you will learn synthetic division in next videos. So this is the method. So we should write the coefficients. X power 7 coefficient 1, x power 6 absent, therefore 0, x power 5 coefficient 0, x power 4 write in order. Okay, if it is absent, write 0 as the coefficient, right? Now as 1 is the root means divide with 1. Okay, so x is equal to 1 is the 0 of x power 7 minus 1 is equal to 0, therefore divide it with 1. First we should write 0 here, then add it 1 into 1, multiply these two, 1 0 plus 1 1, add, we should add, then 1 into 1, multiply it, 1 into 1 1, again add it, 1 into 1 1. First we should take 0 here, then do sum it and multiply it, add it, 1 1 1 1 1, 1 into 1 1, 0 plus 1 1, 1 into 1 1, 1 minus 1 0, we should get 0 here. So then only x is equal to 1, x is equal to 1 is the 0 of the x power 7 minus 1. Okay, right. So now this can be written as which one? X power 7 minus 1 can be written as x is equal to 1 is the root means x minus 1 is the factor. Already you have learned factor theorem in 9th standard. So x is equal to 1 is the 0 means x minus 1 is the factor, and remaining terms are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 terms, right? So we should write x power 7 coefficient completed. Next step starts from x power 6 coefficient. X power 6 coefficient 1, x power 5 coefficient 1, x power 4 coefficient 1, x cube coefficient 1, x square coefficient 1, x coefficient 1, and 1 is the constant. So here by using synthetic division we have factored that x power 7 minus 1 is can be written as x minus 1 into this one. If we multiply these two terms we will get x power 7 minus 1. Otherwise you can do like this also, as x is equal to 1 is the factor, x is equal to 1 is the 0, then x minus 1 is the factor, divide x minus 1 to x power 7 minus 1, you will get remainder 0, and coefficient is this one, sorry, quotient is this one. So therefore x power 7 minus 1 can be written as x minus 1 into this one. So here it is given, right? So we should find the roots of this equation. For that, x minus 1 is equal to 0 means x is equal to 1 is the 1 0. X is equal to 1 is the 1 0. Listen carefully. X power 7 minus 1 is equal to 0. The roots of this equation are 1, alpha, alpha square, alpha cube, alpha power 4, alpha power 5, alpha power 6. So already 1 is the root, right? So remaining 6 roots are roots of this one. Therefore alpha, alpha square, alpha cube, alpha power 4, alpha power 5, alpha power 6, already one completed, are these roots, are the roots of given equation x power 6 plus x power 5 plus x power 4 x cube plus x square plus x plus 1 is equal to 0, right? Simply we can write cis 2k pi by 7 are roots, okay, where k is equal, if k is equal to 0, what happened, we will get 1 as 0, okay. So x minus 1 completed, okay, already 1 minus 1 0, one root, remove 1 from these roots. So x power 7 minus 1 is equal to x minus 1 into this one, no? So therefore 1 is the root of this factor, and remaining are alpha, alpha square, alpha power 6 are the roots of this equation. So by taking k is equal to 0 we will get 1 as 0. By taking k is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, remaining we will get alpha, alpha square, alpha cube, alpha power 6. Therefore cis 2k pi by 7 are roots where k is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are the roots of x power 6 plus x power 5 plus x power 4 plus x cube plus x square plus 1 is equal to 0, right? So like this we will find the zeros of the given equation. Next, third problem, important problem for 7 marks once they asked in intermediate public examination. If n is a positive integer, then show that p plus iq whole power 1 by n plus p minus iq whole power 1 by n is equals to 2 into p square plus q square whole power 1 by 2n cos of 1 by n tan inverse of q by p. Okay, so here we will use modulus amplitude form. Let p plus iq is equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Take like this, p plus iq is equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Then here p is equal to what? R into cos theta, right? P is equal to r cos theta. Otherwise here r is the modulus and theta is the argument, right? So then r is equal to modulus means under root of p square plus q square, and theta is equal to what? Tan inverse of q by p. Okay, so many times we wrote like this, modulus amplitude form, right? Now take left hand side part. So what is left hand side part? P plus iq whole power 1 by n plus p minus iq whole power 1 by n. What is p? What is p? Okay, p plus iq can be written as r into cos theta plus I sin theta whole to the power of 1 by n plus p minus iq can be written as r into cos theta minus I sin theta whole power 1 by n. Here p is equal to r cos theta, q is equal to r sin theta, right? So we can write like that. So r to the power of 1 by n, apply 1 by n both terms, cos theta plus I sin theta whole power 1 by n, plus here also we can apply power to both terms, cos theta minus I sin theta whole power 1 by n. Now apply De Moivre's theorem. Apply De Moivre's theorem. We can write it as r power 1 by n cos theta by n plus I sin theta by n. 1 by n, multiply 1 by n, r power 1 by n into cos theta by n minus I sin theta by n. Now r power 1 by n is common in both terms. Then what is remaining? Cos theta by n plus I sin theta by n, cos theta by n minus I sin theta by n. So I sin theta by n, I sin theta by n gets cancelled. So here I took common. These are the terms, remaining terms. Here these two terms gets cancelled. Then what is remaining? R power 1 by n into cos theta by n, cos theta by n, that is 2 cos theta by n, right? So from this, let this 1, this is 2, this is 3, substitute here. Okay, this is left hand side is equal to r value how much? Root p square plus q square whole power 1 by n into 2. Okay, so you can write 2 here. Then cos of theta by n can be written as 1 by n into theta. Okay, so now 2 into root p square plus q square is nothing but p square plus q square power 1 by 2 whole power 1 by n. Root p square plus q square is p square plus q square whole power 1 by 2 whole power 1 by n into cos of 1 by n into what is theta? Here we substituted the r, and what is theta value? Tan inverse of q by p. Okay, so finally we will get 2 into p square plus q square whole power 1 by 2 into 1 by n, 1 by 2n into cos of 1 by n tan inverse of q by p, which is equal to RHS. Okay, so simple problem, do practice. So first this is very very important. Already we have solved many problems by using a modulus amplitude form, right? Simple problem, do practice. Next, this is important problem for 7 marks. Recently they asked in intermediate public examination. Many of the students are doing mistakes while solving this problem. So do practice, do more practice. Show that one value of 1 plus sin pi by 8 plus I cos pi by 8 by 1 plus sin pi by 8 minus I cos pi by 8 whole power 8 by 3 is minus 1. Okay, so further take this 1 plus sin pi by 8 plus I cos pi by 8 by 1 plus sin pi by 8 minus I cos pi by 8 whole power 8 by 3, which is equal to sin pi by 8 can be written as So here I am changing this as cos theta plus I sin theta form. This is, here we have sin, here we have cos. So write sin as cos and cos as sin. How can we write sin theta is equal to cos of 90 minus theta, right? Sin of 90 minus theta, sin theta is equal to what? Cos of 90 minus theta. Next, cos theta can be written as sin of 90 minus theta. Okay, so this is important step, right? So sin theta can be written as cos of 90 minus theta. That means cos of 90 pi by 2 minus, what is theta here? Pi by 8 plus I. Cos theta can be written as sin of 90 minus theta is pi by 8. Okay, by 1 plus, here we same, cos pi by 2 minus pi by 8 plus I sin pi by 2 minus pi by 8. Okay, whole power 8 by 3. Now 1 plus cos 90 minus theta, that is cos 8 is LCM, 2 4s are, so 3 pi by 8. Pi by 2 minus pi by 8, here 8 is LCM, 4 pi minus pi, that is 3 pi by 8. Okay, plus I sin 3 pi by 8 by 1 plus cos 3 pi by 8, here minus I sin 3 pi by 8 whole to the power of 8 by 3. Okay, now we have two formulas. Those are 1 plus cos theta is equal to 2 cos square theta by 2, and sin theta formula is 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Okay, so these are the important formulas which we are going to apply here. So this can be written as 1 plus cos theta formula 2 cos square theta by 2. That means 2 cos square, what is theta? 3 pi by 8 by 2. By 2 means we can multiply here, no problem. I into 2 sin theta by 2, 3 pi by 8 into cos 3 pi by 8 by 2, theta by 2. Same terms, denominator. So from first step starting onwards, numerator is same as denominator, but only symbol is different. Observe that thing. Cos square 3 pi by theta by 2, theta 3 pi by 8 by 2 means a by b by 2 means a by b into 2. 2 by 1 will be reciprocal, that become 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2b only, a by 2b only. So 8 into 2 plus I into 2 sin 3 pi by 8 into 2 sin theta by 2. Sin theta is 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Right. Here I forgot to write a power 8 by 3, so that is 8 by 3. Now next step, which is equal to, did you observe any common term in numerator and denominator? Yes. So here 2 cos 3 pi by 16, 8 to the 16 is common in numerator and denominator. So 2 cos 3 pi by 16 is common. Then what is remaining? 1 cos 3 pi by 16 is remaining. 1 cos 3 pi by 16. Here I sin 3 pi by 16. 2 cos 3 pi by 16 is common. We will get I sin 3 pi by 16. Denominator also same term, but only change is at sign. Here we will get minus. Sorry, here change it. This is minus symbol. I wrote wrong there. So minus I sin 3 pi by 16. Right? Bracket close. Whole power 8 by 3. So please, symbols are very important. Okay, so here these two terms gets cancelled. Okay, apply power to numerator and denominator. Cos 3 pi by 16 plus I sin 3 pi by 16 whole power 8 by 3 by cos 3 pi by 16 minus I sin 3 pi by 16 whole power 8 by 3. Now apply De Moivre's theorem. Apply De Moivre's theorem. What happens? Cos 3 pi by 16 into 8 by 3 plus I sin 3 pi by 16 into 8 by 3. In denominator also we can apply De Moivre's theorem. 3 pi by 16 into 8 by 3. While after De Moivre's theorem I have given some points. So in that point cos theta minus I sin theta whole power n also cos n theta minus I sin n theta. Okay, right. Now so here 8 ones, 8 twos, 3 3 cancel, same in all 8 twos, right? So in numerator we have cos pi by 2 plus I sin pi by 2. In denominator we have cos pi by 2 minus I sin pi by 2, right? What is the value of cos 90? 0 plus I sin 90 1 by 0 minus I into 1. So I by minus I, the answer is minus 1. So answer is minus 1. Simple problem. So do carefully, simple steps. Okay, do practice and solve it. Only we have 7 to 8 steps. Don't lose the marks. So the answer is, the show that one of the values of this one is minus 1. So power 8 by 3 means we will get 3 roots. In those 3 roots, one root is minus 1. So by simplifying the problem only we will get minus 1. Next, fifth problem. Solve x minus 1 whole power n is equal to x power n, where n is a positive integer. Listen. So x minus 1 power n is equals to x power n, right? X minus 1 power n by x power n is equals to 1. X minus 1 by x whole power n is equal to 1, right? So I am bringing x power n to left hand side and apply a power n by b power n is equal to a by b whole power n. So here I am splitting x by x minus 1 by x is equal to 1 power n become right side, that is 1 power 1 by n, which is nth root of unity. Already we have found that nth root of unity. So 1 can be written as 1 plus 0 I. Here r value modulus is root 1 square plus 0 square 1, and theta is tan inverse of y by x, that is 0 degree. So 1 can be written as, okay, so the roots are nth roots of unity. Rk plus 1 formula is nth root of r. Cis of pi plus 2, this is pi, 2k pi by n, where k is equal to n minus 1, then rk plus 1 nth roots of unity are. N root 1 means 1. Cis of pi value is 0, that is 2k pi by n, where k runs from 0 to n minus 1. So nth roots of unity formula is cis 2k pi by n. Remember this. Fifth root of unity means cis 2k pi by 5. Seventh root of unity already we have used in this video, that is 2k pi by 7. Okay, that's it. Now here x cancel, 1 minus 1 by x is equal to nth root of unity. Nth root of unity can be written as what? Cis 2k pi by n, where k is equal to 0, 1, 2, so on n minus 1, right? Now rearrange the terms. Bring this side. 1 minus cis 2k pi by n is equal to 1 by x. 1 minus cis 2k pi by n is equal to 1 by x. So reciprocate means 1 by x become x by 1. This become 1 by 1 minus cis 2k pi by n. So cis 2k pi by n can be written as cos 2k pi by n plus I sin 2k pi by n, where k is equal to 0, 1, 2, so on n minus 1. Now finally x is equals to 1 by 1 minus, multiply minus to 2 terms, that is minus cos 2k pi by n minus I sin 2k pi by n. Okay, so we have formula in trigonometry, 1 minus cos theta is equal to 2 cos square theta by 2. In the previous problem we have used 1 plus cos theta is equal to 2 cos square theta by 2. 1 minus cos theta is equal to 2 sin square theta by 2, and sin theta is equal to what? 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Apply those formulas here. So x is equal to 1 by 1 minus cos theta means 2 sin square theta by 2, that is 2k pi by n by 2 can be written as in denominator, minus I into 2 sin theta formula, 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2, 2 sin 2k pi by n by 2 means we can write here cos 2k pi by n by 2. Okay, by 2, theta by 2, this is theta by 2, theta by 2. Okay, we can write here, no problem. Otherwise you can write in denominator, reciprocate it, you will get this 2n only. 2 gets cancelled. Okay, so here what is common in denominator? 2 sin k pi by n, 2 sin k pi by n is common. What is remaining? Sin k pi by n minus I cos k pi by n, that is remaining. Okay, now this is not of the form a plus ib form, so multiply numerator and denominator with the conjugate of denominator, that is 2 sin k pi by n into sin k pi by n minus I cos k pi by n, multiply numerator and denominator with its conjugate of denominator, that is sin k pi by n, its conjugate is plus I cos k pi by n by sin k pi by n plus I cos k pi by n. Okay, now x is equals to, so numerator we have sin k pi by n plus I cos k pi by n. In denominator we have 2 sin k pi by n, right, into, this is of the form a minus b into a plus b, that is a square sin square k pi by n minus b square I square cos square k pi by n. So what is the value of I square? It is minus 1, right? Minus into minus plus, so this total become plus, so sin square theta plus cos square theta become 1. So we have sin k pi by n plus I cos k pi by n by 2 sin k pi by n into, this become sin square theta plus cos square theta become 1, right? Now 1 by 2 write outside and split it. Okay, split it means sin k pi by n by sin k pi by n plus I into cos k pi by n by sin k pi by n. Okay, so divide two terms with sin k pi by n. So we will get that term. Now finally x is equals to what? 1 by 2 into these two gets cancelled, that is 1 plus I into cos by sin is what? Cot k pi by n, where what is k? K runs from 0, 1, 2, so on n minus 1. So this is the solution of given equation x minus 1 whole power n is equal to x power n. Okay, somewhat easy problem compared to previous problems. So third bit problems completed. This is the solved problem. Already I have explained in previous video. Okay, so please this is very important. Sometimes they are asking this problem for 7 marks. So for the clear solution please go through previous video. Okay, so I will provide the link of the previous video in the description, so you can check in description also. Okay, so dear students, this is the end of the video lecture of this unit, de Moivre's theorem. Okay, so very important chapter. So from this chapter we will get one 2 marks question, one 7 mark question in intermediate public examination. So please follow these, please learn all these videos. Okay, get perfectness. Okay, thank you.